Carnival of Fun. Which one has the long I sound? Sidewalk, impala, octopus. That does not have the long sidewalk. Terrific! Which one has the long A sound? Camel, boat, gate. That does not have the long gate. Fantastic! Which one has the short O sound? Shop, hippo, peanut. That does not have the short shop. Good job! Which one has the short U sound? Universe, pig, lunch. Which one has the short lunch? Terrific! Which one has the long E sound? Ostrich, soybeans, envelope. That does not have the long soybeans. Very good. Nice job. Carnival of Fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of Fun. Which one has the short I sound? Sandwich, ice, measure. That does not have the short sandwich. Awesome job! Which one has the short A sound? Weather, antelope, baseball. That does not have the short antelope. Awesome job! Which one has the long U sound? Bathtub, on, perfume. That does not have the long perfume. Terrific! Which one has the long E sound? Gate, tea, shell. Which one has the long T? Good job! Which one has the short O sound? Violin, frog, rose. That does not have the short frog. Terrific! Nice job! Carnival of Fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of Fun. Which one has the short U sound? Upstairs, ice cubes, pillow. That does not have the short upstairs. Very good. Which one has the long A sound? Rice, ladybug, lamb. That does not have the long A. Ladybug. Very good. Which one has the short O sound? Popcorn, yo-yo, measuring cup. Popcorn. Awesome job! Which one has the short I sound? Ice, nest, kitten. That does not have the short I sound. Kitten. Excellent! Which one has the long E sound? Bench, snowman, peas. Which one has the long peas? Excellent! Terrific! Carnival of Fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of Fun. Which one has the long U sound? Mule, lunch, waiter. That does not have the long mule. Great! Which one has the long I sound? Ice cubes, pillow, computer. That does not have the long ice cubes. Terrific! Which one has the short A sound? Ice cream, camel, gate. That does not have the short camel. Awesome job! Which one has the short E sound? Wedding, teacher, snowman. Which one has the short wedding? Terrific! Which one has the long O sound? Thumb, grocer, chopsticks. That does not have the long grocer. You got it! Nice job! Carnival of Fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of Fun. Which one has the short I sound? Key, iguana, 5. That does not have the iguana. Well done! Which one has the long E sound? Brush, eel, elephant. That does not have the long eel. Wonderful! Which one has the short O sound? Box, throw, vacuum. That does not have the short box. Awesome! Which one has the long A sound? Fox, ice skate, sandwich. Which one has the long ice skate? Good! Which one has the long U sound? Thumb, sleeping, music. That does not have the long music. You got it! Great! Carnival of Fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of Fun. Which one has the short O sound? Phone, listening, chopsticks. That does not have the short chopsticks. Incredible! Which one has the short E sound? Pie, lemon, key. That does not have the short lemon. Good! Which one has the long U sound? Mule, bathtub, cake. That does not have the long mule. Well done! Which one has the short I sound? Rice, ice cubes, pig. Which one has the short pig? Good job! Which one has the short A sound? Violin, gather, eraser. That does not have the short gather. Good! Nice job! Carnival of Fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of Fun. Which one has the long A sound? Cake, sandal, ginger. That does not have the long A. Cake. Very good. Which one has the long E sound? Shell, envelope, B. That does not have the long B. You got it. Which one has the long I sound? Underwear, pie, impala. That does not have the long pie. Great job! Which one has the short O sound? Bowl, ukulele, clock. Which one has the short clock? Very nice. Which one has the short U sound? Upstairs. Vacuum. Bathroom. That does not have the short upstairs. Fantastic. Terrific. Carnival of fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of fun. Which one has the short E sound? Omelette. Teething. On. That does not have the short omelette. Very good. Which one has the short U sound? Beans. Ladybug. Universe. That does not have the short ladybug. Fantastic. Which one has the short I sound? Child. Peanut. Violin. That does not have the short violin. Excellent. Which one has the long O sound? Rice. Zero. Otter. Which one has the long zero? Good. Which one has the short A sound? Trash. Baseball. Underwear. That does not have the short trash. You got it. Nice job. Carnival of fun. Long and short, A, E, I. Carnival of fun. Which one has the short O sound? Goat. Music. Shop. Shop. Awesome job. Which one has the short I sound? Chicken. 5. Baker. Chicken. Awesome job. Which one has the long A sound? Duck. Face. Ham. Face. Good job. Which one has the long E sound? Box. Peas. Chess. Peas. You got it. Which one has the long U sound? Perfume. Measuring cup. Sheep. Perfume. Good job. Nice job.